Hello, Booksharers. Wow, what a crazy and challenging time we're facing. And obviously, our Bookshare meetings are going to be postponed for the foreseeable future. So I thought it might be a really nice idea to change Bee's Bookshare for a little while to Bee's Bookshelf. So I'm regularly going to be doing these little videos and I'm going to be talking about the books that I'm reading, but also that people have brought to Bookshare that are currently on my bookshelves in my Bookshare cemetery. That people might want to think about reading. You can still order books online. Maybe you've got the books on your shelf. It's a great time for us all to kind of lose ourselves and escape in a good read, and hopefully we can all get a lot of reading done so that when we can all meet up again we can all share what we've been reading, whether we've loved it or loathed it. I'd love for you all to share what you're reading, whether that's in the comments below or if you want to do your own little video, so we can all stay in touch over this time and really use our love of reading to find joy amongst all the challenges. So to kick-start my first Bees Bookshelf, I have just finished The Husband's Secret by Liane Moriarty. Now this book came to Bookshare maybe about 2 years ago, and it came to the Bookshare cemetery and I was really put off by the front cover because I thought it's a little bit kind of chick litty, which isn't necessarily my cup of tea. And as you know, working in marketing, I always think that the marketing needs to be spot on for a book, and sometimes it really misses the mark. And lucky that this was so highly recommended by the person who brought it to Bookshare, because it's an absolutely riveting read and I couldn't put it down, and it was just what I needed at this time. So the premise of the story is that Cecilia Fitzpatrick, a married woman with 3 daughters, she is in a loving, happy marriage, and she's a very organised Tupperware seller. And this book is based in Australia. And one day she's up in the loft and she discovers this envelope by accident with her name written on it, but in her husband's writing, and saying not to be opened until I die and upon my death. And she ums and ahs whether to open this envelope, and the story has lots of different characters in it and lots of different plot lines within it, and they all come together. Now I was of course thinking, it's going to be an affair or something, but it's nothing like that, and it absolutely had me on tenterhooks. You don't find out what happens, kind of it takes a different turn in the middle of the book, and I absolutely loved it, and I loved the characters. I thought it was really interesting. I thought the writing was really good. It wasn't like the highest literature kind of writing, but it was like really engaging, and I was really pleasantly surprised. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, and so I would like to recommend it to anyone. Hopefully you can find it online. Hopefully some of you have read it. I'd love to know what you think. Interestingly, I recommended it to a friend when we were chatting the other day, and we often like the same books, and she'd read it and really didn't like it at all. So as you know, could be a Marmite read, but definitely something to think of. So that's my recommended read for this week. Hope it's inspired you to read something else that you've got on your shelf that you might not have thought of. This is a great time for us to try different things, really go through our bookshelves and pull off different things that we might not have thought of. As you can see, I've got a pile here of books. This book on the top is fabulous, and I'll be talking about that next time. In the meantime, take care, stay well, stay safe, and stay in touch.